Behind these walls is where I found freedom. I spent over 2,000 days in prison, learning more about myself in this life than I ever could have thought possible.
Just behind these walls, I spent 17,520 hours changing my life. And when I teamed up with Sean, it was to change 1 billion lives for the better. Join us today and level up and become the architect of your greatest life.
A lot of people talk about wanting to change or get different results in their life, but they don't act like they actually want different outcomes. And what I mean by that is I talk to a lot of people who say, Sean, I want to lose weight and get healthier. I want to be proud of who I am when I look in the mirror. But they don't change their eating habits. They don't actually have a plan to go to the gym. They don't pick a time and day that they're going to be there. Their actions aren't changing. Their behaviors aren't changing, but they expect the results to change. And then when they don't, they complain about them. Or they say, man, I want to make more money. I don't like my job. In fact, I hate my job. It's stressful. I just don't want to be there any longer. But after work, they go home and sit on the couch and watch TV. Instead of spending those hours developing some new skill or acquiring some new knowledge that's going to allow them to do something different to generate income, they're not changing any behavior. There's nothing different about the way they're living, yet they expect their outcomes to change. And this is literally the definition of insanity. Expecting different results by doing the same thing over and over and over, right? And I said that backwards. Doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting different results. It sounds absurd, right? Oh, you tell me you want to lose weight, but you don't make any adjustments to your nutrition, or you're not really taking your exercise program seriously. You're not going to lose weight, right? Oh, you want to change your financial situation, but you have no knowledge as to how to do so. You don't hire mentors. You don't read any books. You're not going to make more money. You're not going to change. If you're somebody right now who's watching this and goes, yeah, man, he's right. I want to change. Go to convictedmindset.com and learn about the mentorship Travis Richey and I, the mentorship program that Travis Richey and I have created for individuals who want to level up in their life physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially, and stop wasting time or making excuses. But in this clip, I want to talk to you about what you can do to start generating awareness as to how you're spending your time and how to actually set yourself up to be at an advantage going into your days, so you have a plan, you know what you're going to do to get different results, and you can actually produce those results in your life instead of talking about it, complaining about it, but not making a change. Okay, so the first thing is what I call habit hacking. Literally get out a piece of paper right now and a pen and draw a line right down the middle. On the left side, write all the behaviors and things that you're doing that are negative or not serving you. Things like overeating, drinking too much, sleeping in, watching TV too late at night, scrolling on my phone, watching TikTok videos and random YouTube videos, stuff that is not helping you in your life, things that you tell people you're going to change, that you know in your heart you want to change, but you're still doing, okay? Then on the right side of the paper, I want you to write down positive habits and actions that you want to start taking, or you're already doing them, but you're not doing them consistently or enough. So let's say you're going to the gym once or twice a week, but you know you should be there 5 or 6 days a week. Write that down. You're not reading. You want to read because you want information, you want knowledge to change your life. Write that down. You want to have a better sleep schedule so you can get up energized and ready to attack your day. What time are you going to wake up? What time are you going to bed? Like, let's get detailed. Write these things down. Now, I want you to look at that paper. That person on the left represents an inferior version of who you could be. That person on the left is someone settling for less than they're capable. You need to acknowledge that. That person that you just wrote down and described is someone that you're settling for. Imagine what life would be like if you started to embody those habits. Imagine the results that you would create. Imagine the way you would feel about yourself going to bed at the end of the night, knowing that you're doing all these things and how it's transforming your life. That's your potential. That represents who you could be, but you're settling for this person over here. Now, again, I walk you through all of these strategies and help you to implement them with guidance, with support and accountability in the Convicted Mindset Mentorship Program. So go ahead and visit convictedmindset.com if you want some tangible resources, but help actually implementing them. We have a blueprint that you can execute and follow that's going to help you to implement these changes in real time and make sure that you don't backtrack or settle for someone less than you're capable of becoming. So next thing I want you to do is, once you have that list written down, I want you to think about your ideal day. Let's say Monday through Friday. We all have a schedule, right? We get up at a certain time, usually we work. We have things that we do pretty consistently. What would the perfect day look like for you to start incorporating these habits? We have to think this way. We have to have a plan, because if you don't have a plan, you're actually planning to fail. I want to say that again. If you don't have a plan that's going to help you to implement new habits and achieve the goals you have in your life, you are planning to fail. It sounds ridiculous, but we go back to doing the same things over and over, expecting different results. Yeah, if that's you, then listen up. You need to have a system that you can execute that's going to align you to the goals and success you want in life. And it's this simple. We just generated awareness. Over here, I'm settling. Over here, this is an inferior version of myself. Over here, this is who I want to become. These are the changes I need to make to start progressing in my life and really making those strides to become the person I want to be. Now, we're going to look at your day and we're going to create the perfect day that's going to allow you to start structuring these things into your schedule. So if you wrote workouts down, right? When are you going to work out? Are you going to do it in the morning before work or are you going to do it after work? Do you have a break midday? Like, I want you to actually write down a specific time and day that you're going to work out all throughout the week. Is it Monday through Friday? Are you going there on Saturday? Let's get as detailed as possible so that you have a methodical plan laid out that you can execute when Monday comes. So let's go down that list and let's literally structure all of that stuff into your day. If you wrote down reading, I need to read more books related to finance. I want to get out of this 9 to 5 I hate. Or I need to find a mentor related to finance. Like, when are you going to do that? Structure it into your day. And the way we do this is first just write out what your ideal day looks like. I call this my blueprint to success. It means I actually have a freaking plan about how I'm going to change my life. I'm not just winging it and then complaining about the inferior results that I'm getting. I have a plan that makes sense and I'm going to execute it. So once you have written that stuff out, what I would recommend is get Google Calendar, an app on your phone, and literally type all that stuff in. Make sure all the appointments that need to be reoccurring are. For instance, if you go to the gym every day at 6, put that in at 6 on Monday, and then there's a little spot where you can click options and make sure it's reoccurring. So every day on your calendar, gym at 6 a.m. is there, and you're holding yourself accountable. You can also set alerts. So just like a text message, you get alert 30 minutes before that appointment. Now you have awareness. Now your phone buzzes in your pocket and you look at it. Oh, I should be reading in 30 minutes. Let me put myself in an environment where I can actually read. You know, if you're driving or if you're watching TV or if you're finishing up a job, like, you know, you're not going to be in a good environment. You want to be doing things that make sense to set you up for success. So once you structure that all out in Google Calendar, now you literally have awareness as to what habits don't serve you, what habits you need to implement. Now you have a plan as to how you're going to implement those habits, and you have accountability. You have accountability to make sure that you're doing these things. And just by having a plan, you're going to be putting yourself at such a massive advantage. Now, the last thing that I want to bring to your attention is what I do. Every night before I go to bed, I look over my day. Like, I reflect on it, you know? I look through my journal and the things I wrote down that I was going to do. I look at my schedule and I make sure that I did the things that I said I was going to do, that I met my appointments, that I spent the time with my family, that I took care of myself, and I'm in alignment with the person I want to be going forward. Having that little pause before bed instead of scrolling in my phone or watching TV, it's very impactful, okay? You wouldn't think that 5 minutes every night could be so impactful in your life, but what happens is you start to catch things before they become habitual, right? Like, if there's some habit I'm developing or something that I'm, doing in my life that's like less than I'm capable, like I'm cutting corners or I'm doing something, just that little pause before I go to bed, it helps me to catch it. You know, I have that awareness. Now I'm like, man, dude, you didn't go to the gym for 3 days in a row. Look at this. I'm looking at my schedule. I know I didn't go 3 days in a row. What's going on? Why are you shorting yourself? Or like, man, you worked way late. You didn't spend the time with the family like you were going to on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And you're holding yourself accountable. So you get that pause to reflect, but then you can set a mental intention for the next day. So what I do is I review my day and I hold myself accountable, and I'm honest with myself because I want to change. Life's important to me. I love my family. I love what I do. I want to have an impact. I want to do it the right way. I'm not here to just half-ass things. So I review it and I make sure I'm on track. And then I set a mental intention for the next day. So I look over my schedule. Let's say today's Monday. I'm looking over my schedule for Tuesday. And I'm looking at the appointments, and I'm thinking about how my day is going to go. And I'm thinking about how I want to show up and my energy and just my mindset and everything. And that mental intention, setting that mental intention the day before puts you at a massive advantage going into your day, knowing what's coming. You don't want to wake up and just think, oh, what's happening today? Oh, like, what do I have to do? Or what can I do to improve? Like, you want to have that stuff already lined up for you. So all you have to do is get up and execute. And when you do that consistently, you build momentum in your life. And you shift from that inferior version of yourself who's settling for less to someone who's taking control of their life, someone who has a plan. They're planning their life out because it's important to them. They want to achieve their goals. And now you're going to start to change the results you get in your life. And you're going to change. Your identity is going to shift, right? You're going to believe in yourself more, your confidence, and your entire life will change over time with that process. So if you're not doing it already and you want some guidance, I'm telling you, go to convictedmindset.com. Stop wasting away. We're not here to make excuses. We're here to get results, and we want to support you. So thank you for supporting the channel. I hope this video helped you, and I hope you implement those steps that I outlined for you if you're someone who's inconsistent and not getting the results that you want.
Welcome to Convicted Mindset. I'm your co-founder and co-host, Travis Richey.
And I'm Sean Michael Crane.
And we're here to make sure that you have the tips and the tricks and the resources necessary to lead the greatest life possible. We realized with our time spent incarcerated that some of the worst prisons in America were not made of concrete and steel, but were rather the limiting beliefs and the self-doubt and the mindset that didn't serve you to be the best human possible.
We want to take all of the strategies and learning lessons that we uncovered in our time of incarceration and bring those resources to people who feel stuck in their life right now. We've developed 4 pillars of self-mastery that cover mental, physical, spiritual, and financial well-being to give you access to that information so that you can apply it to your life. We've created a Convicted Mindset coaching program to literally walk you through those steps and give you 52 weeks of accountability and support so you can break through any limiting beliefs you have or stuck points in your life right now and really start creating that life 2.0 that you've dreamt of.
What we realized that while we were incarcerated was that access to real life-changing skills was scarce. And so what we want to make sure that we're giving to you are tangible step-by-step resources that help you physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially to take you from where you are to where you know you deserve to be. Join us today at convictedmindset.com and help us level up the world to change 1 billion lives for the better.